Guys, I hope you're doing well this Tuesday evening. So, I am a big fan of TMZ. I used to watch it a lot. Do you guys know that TMZ was out before YouTube? And now I watch it on YouTube. I remember when I used to watch it on regular TV. Now it's really no such thing as regular TV the way I used to see it. But anyway, it seems that TMZ has been jumping ahead of the gun, or should I say paying ahead of the gun, because they may be putting out false information.
The LAPD is pushing back against what it calls false reporting in the death investigation of Celeste Rivas. And tonight, investigators are still working to figure out the cause of her death. The commanding officer of LAPD's elite robbery homicide division says he's disappointed by what he calls misinformation from TMZ that's been picked up by other outlets in the death investigation of Celeste Rivas. The 14-year-old's body was found in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to singer David, whose legal name is David Anthony Burke. TMZ is reporting Rivas's body had been frozen. Captain Scott Williams disputed that and other reports on the case during an interview with KNX News Radio's Emily Valdez.
They're reporting that Celeste's body was frozen when it was discovered is untrue. Celeste was not decapitated. So I'm not sure exactly who their source is that's giving them this information.
The car was found abandoned in the Hollywood Hills in September. Williams also says detectives have no evidence Rivas's body was taken to Santa Barbara County for dismemberment.
Disappointing to me because all of this misinformation that's being put out there, it just creates additional work for my investigators that they have to do in order to get to the truth of the matter.
The LAPD has obtained a court order forbidding the LA County Medical Examiner's Office from releasing all details in its investigation into the teen's death. The ME took the unusual step of criticizing the decision Monday with a statement saying in part the practice of security holds is virtually unheard of in other counties and has not proven to improve outcomes in the legal system. We are dedicated to serving our community with full transparency. However, the law precludes us from doing so while the court order remains in this case.
That is literally unprecedented.
Defense attorney Mark Garagos is not involved in this case. He says the ME's statement signals tension with law enforcement.
If there is no arrest, I think it's going to cast a suspicion and a pall over the investigation. And if there is an arrest, it's going to be fodder for the defense. And so either way, it's a lose-lose.
The LAPD says the security hold was not done to undermine transparency, instead to protect the integrity of the investigation in the pursuit of justice. In the meantime, we have also reached out to David's attorneys, but we are still waiting to hear back.
So, guys, remember how I spoke about in the other videos how content creators, I get why content creators would make up stuff because they create content, and they want to keep the story going for likes and views. And you have to take everything that a content creator says with a grain of salt. But this is TMZ. TMZ has been around before David and Celeste were living. I kid you not. They've been around that long. So it's like, why would they put false information out? Because it's a trending story, I guess. And they wanted to jump on it, which is crazy because we expected, or, some of us, I expected for them to have, good information, decent information, at least somewhat accurate information, and come to find out that the information is false. And I just listened to them like an hour or so ago, and they're still running with that dismemberment situation. And it may have not been a dismemberment. So I don't know why they are running with false information. And the fact that Celeste wasn't even frozen or partially frozen. And more lies. Like where did this come from? And they're showing pictures of refrigerators and deep freezers on one of his properties. Just nuts. And guys, what still bugs the hell out of me? It still bugs me that the landlord of where David was staying at, it's still fucking with me, has that PI on the case on his behalf. He paid for a PI to look into if David and I guess his crew, his group, his cronies, whatever you want to call it, did something to this girl. Really? It has to be another reason why the landlord did this. It just has to be, because as long as you got your rent and your house was in a situation where you could get it ready to rent out again, why would you even care to be so deep into this situation? Unless you're just one of us, you're following along with the story. Why would you even care? I just really don't get that part. But I'm going to continue following the story. But again, you have to just take everything with a grain of salt. And we just really have to wait till the LAPD comes out with what they're saying. Until then, justice for Celeste.